Hopeless Fan Podcast. We are back, and when I say we, I mean Zack. We had some scheduling issues this week, but we got to get Boardwalk in. There's never a time where we can't have Boardwalk. So, just a quick recap of the week. It's been tough these past couple weeks. We've been getting hammered with last Sunday being an absolute bloodbath for the boys. The Bills kind of ruined it for most of us. Commanders had a part to play in that. Not that it makes me too mad, but the Ravens, we were all on Lions +3 last week. Biggest rat line ever, I guess. Not even close. Me and Nathan have been struggling this week on the books. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm going to get into that. But first, let me start with how the week has gone. So we started off with San Francisco first half -3.5 and 49ers -6.5 for the whole game against Minnesota. This was Monday night. And double losses. Bang, bang. Done. Shelby took San Francisco live money line at +110 at some point in the game. That obviously didn't hit either. Then Nathan and I took Phillies -1.5 in Game 7. We all know how that ended. Another loss. And Shelby comes sliding in the next day with some internet problems. He's saying he's having internet problems, and he comes to me for advice naturally because I can't tell. So sometimes Shelby is like a newborn baby toddler, and sometimes he's like a 90-year-old woman. So he's having internet problems. He doesn't know. I give him some advice. I guess it worked. He didn't have to call the place, I hope. And he says, as a reward, Dalton Kincaid, he had 60-plus receiving yards. I went with on the saver side. It was still plus money. Took over 52.5. So that got us in the win column for the week. So we're now 1-4. All right. Then the NBA decides to come back. And this is where Vegas messed up. I am starting to have vision again. And when I mean vision, it's kind of like when they talk about in the NBA court vision, right? You've got court vision. Like Nikola Jokic has court vision, okay? So I can see the light. We're taking the keys to the kingdom back from the oppressors, who are the sports books, okay? So I'm starting to build these money line parlays that are absolute sauce, all right? We had Nuggets Spurs money line parlay, great cash, love it. We had Cavs Mavericks Clippers money line parlay, which if the Cavs weren't completely inept would have been a great cash, but it's all right because we have the two parlays. One of them cashes, we're still up money. Okay. Then college football rolls around, easy little 3-teamer. It was plus 108, something like that. Georgia money line, Tennessee money line, Ohio State money line, easy peasy. Then last night, little late game parlay, 76ers Suns, bang. Okay, it's that simple. It's just that simple, and we're gonna keep the ball rolling today. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because we got Nuggets, Bucks, 76ers. The three boys, not Nathan, because the Cavs suck. Okay, the three boys teams, me, Shelby, and Scotty's teams, are all gonna win today, and that is 15 to win 24. Just a little spreaky poo. Nothing crazy, okay? But you thought NFL Sunday, all I'm gonna have is football bets? No, that's not it. Okay, all right. Now let's get into Boardwalk. I'm doing everybody's picks. They sent them in. Games we got today. We will be having Houston at Carolina. Spreads 3.5 over under 43.5. Browns at Seahawks -3.5 over under 37.5. We got Chiefs at Broncos. The spread is 7. With the over under when we made our picks 46.5. This incoming snow started things to move. Bengals at 49ers -5.5 over under 43.5, and Ravens at Cardinals. The spread is 10. with an over-under of 44.5. So, without further ado, here we go. Houston at Carolina. Nathan's pick is Houston, which should make it a little bit easier for me. Frank Reich is 4-0 off a bye. So I'm going to go ahead and take Carolina at plus 3.5. So it's going to be a crossfire with Nathan. Now, Scotty is going to be taking the under 43.5 in that game. And Shelby's pick, I got to go through like 3 different screens of this because nobody sent me their picks in the same group chat. Scotty texted me. Shelby sent me his in a separate DM. And Nathan was the one who did what I asked, which was put it in the group chat. So, Shelby's going to be taking Carolina plus 3.5 as well. I'm going to go ahead and take the crossfire with Nathan because crossfires with Nathan usually go pretty well. All right, moving on. Seattle game. Shelby's got minus 3.5. Scotty is taking the over 37.5. Scotty's feeling himself on point totals this week. Nathan is going to be on Seattle as well as Shelby, and I don't know. I kind of like the Browns plus 3.5. I know the quarterback's out. Good. Never let him play again. Should have never let him play. But I know there's something about this defense. I think on the road, it's probably Seattle's probably going to rain. I mean, I should look that up. But the total's low, which tells me there's probably going to be rain. I don't know, man. It's just that when you count the Browns out, that's when they just shock you. Which I hate to say that, but I don't know. I'll take the crossfire with Shelby on that one. Moving on. Chiefs at Broncos. Nathan laying the lumber here with Chiefs minus 7, which is bold to say the least. Shelby is on the under as am I, 46.5. Right now, looking like the line is, I think it's 45.5. Yeah, the line right now is 45.5, so it's moving quick. I think the combination of money and more accurate forecasts coming in are moving that line. So, but for our purposes, 46.5. And then Scotty is going to take Denver plus 7, which is where I would have leaned if I wasn't just sticking with the. I think that this is a close win for Kansas City. Kansas City doesn't really. They don't really cover spreads anymore that much. So, all right, that's it for that one. We're going to move on to the Cincinnati game. Cincinnati's playing at San Francisco. San Francisco's coming off 2 losses. So Cincinnati coming off a bye. Shelby and I are in agreement here at Cincinnati plus 5.5. I think the 49ers probably win. It's hard to imagine in my mind the 49ers losing 3 straight. But this is unfortunately, what the Bengals do is they have a crappy start every year, and then they just start clicking, they just start gelling, and especially having the time to come off the bye, more time where Burrow doesn't re-aggravate that leg is more time for him to get back into his groove. As unfortunate as to see, week 1 Burrow is the Burrow I wish I saw every week. Unfortunately, that's just not the case. Scotty's got San Francisco first half minus 2.5. How is that possible? If the spread is 5.5, this boy tripping. All right, let's double check. Let's not shit on him until we find out for sure. That seems like a Nathan line, I'm gonna say. Game. Nope. We need half. What the fuck? Where the fuck is this shit? Okay, so this line is 2.5. Okay, I would pounce on that, if I'm being honest. Just one man's opinion. Let's go see what does Nathan got for this one. Yeah, so like I said, I got mine out of the way. That was, that's I'm in agreement with Shelby here. The other thing with the 49ers is, the defense, as great as it is, and I really do believe it is great, they've been really inconsistent in stopping like short pass gains. They live off of turnovers, rushing the quarterback, and eliminating the deep ball, which everybody's doing nowadays. Thanks a lot, Vic Fangio. And Nathan in this, he's going to have the Bengals plus 5.5 as well. So I think that this is where Burrow's going to shine against this defense, is the short pass game, especially considering his offensive line doesn't really give him that much time anyways. All right, last game, Ravens at Carolina. Spread is 10. So Nathan is going to go with the Ravens. He's laying the lumber at minus 10. I think that's probably not a good idea. As a Ravens fan, I just rare that you see Baltimore have 2 double-digit wins 2 weeks in a row. But, this is a whole new world with having an actually good offensive coordinator that wants Lamar to throw the ball. So I could be wrong, but these Cardinals, they're scrappy. They really are. And I think the Ravens win. I mean, this point spread's at 10. But I don't know. I don't think it's as much of a lock as other people say. Definitely not enough to take a 10-point spread. My minus 10 laying that kind of lumber. Scotty has taken Baltimore team total under 27.5. That's smart. That'll probably end up on my card, to be honest. That's a good bet. Shelby is going to be on Arizona plus 10, which I also like. But I'm actually just going to stick with the point total here. I'm going to take the under. I don't know, just screams low scoring affair to me. 43.5. I think, the Ravens get out with like a 17-10 win. Might go push it 20-10, which you push your points spread, which is why I don't love it. I could see, a touchdown and a late field goal to go up 10 to kind of put the game away, and then it becomes a snooze fest with the last 6 minutes, where, Cardinals go 3 and out, and Ravens get the ball back, and they just kill clock. That's what I see, and my crystal ball. All right, moving on to bonuses and locks. So Nathan had to fight with him with this because he did not want to give a bonus and lock. I said bonus and lock and prop, and he said no thanks. And I said, unfortunately, that's not the way it works, kiddo. And his words were, they will just keep losing, and I don't want to keep killing my record. I'm now fading my fade. By fading my fade, I'm completely lost on how to gamble. So we had to kind of, it's like pulling teeth with this guy. So his bonus is Bears plus 8.5, and his lock is Jets plus 3, which I think a lot of us are going to probably be on, if I'm not mistaken. Jets plus 3 is a good play. It's actually my bonus. So that's Nathan's bonus and lock. Let's go check on Shelby. Shelby's got a bonus of Jacksonville minus 2. A lot of us have that Jacksonville on the road against Pittsburgh. And the Jets, by the way, were playing the Giants. Technically a Giants home game, but come on. What are we doing here? They play at the same place. So Jacksonville minus 2. That's we've been on that for a while. Tomlin as a home dog does scare me a little bit, but Pittsburgh just kind of sucks. And I know they beat Baltimore, but that's what happens when we talked about that already. Let's keep talking about that. And sometimes your team just plays a bad game. Shelby's lock is Atlanta minus 2.5 at Tennessee. To each his own. I wish he was here to explain that one. That one's a little bit questionable to me. I think I like the Titans in this spot. It seems like more than anything, they're sort of Now, if they had traded DeAndre Hopkins and Derrick Henry, then I would say, yeah, take Falcons all day. Not just because they lost the talent, but because it's fire sale. And players are going to see that and not, want to, put in that winning effort. But I don't know, something about Vrabel's coaching and his mindset, and he can get those guys fired up where he's going to give you a good game. So that's why I don't like Atlanta. But what do I know? All right, Scotty's bonus and lock. He's got bonus Atlanta, Tennessee over 35, which is good because that line's now up to 35.5. So good on him. And then his lock is Kansas City, Denver under 45.5. Yeah, I mean, that's what the line that we had was actually 46. So I'm going to give him that. He must have been looking at the wrong line. So 46. Yeah, that's the number we've been going off of. So just helped him out. Gave him a little extra point there. My bonus and lock. I love my bonus. We already covered. That was the Jets +3. My lock is Rams +6.5 on the road at Dallas. Cowboys are not good. They just aren't. And I know we're saying, primetime, the Cowboys, like, they lost to the Cardinals. I don't know what it is with the Cowboys. It seems like they're up and down, like flip-flopping every week. It's a roller coaster ride for them, and I think this is on their way down. You have the Rams coming off a tough home loss to the Steelers. I don't know how this defense without Diggs is going to cover Nakua and Cooper Kupp. So, yeah, I really do like Rams +6.5. Lock of the week of the century. This one was a little bit harder to pick. So, I thought maybe, go back to the well. Get, something that really tickles your pickle. Something that you normally do all the time. And I told myself, I says, Zack, you know what? That's a good idea. That's a good idea, Zack. So I'm just going to go with a team total. Now, Zack, you're probably asking, Zack, what team total are you going to go with? And I'm going to be fading Nathan. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to be fading Nathan. It's actually kind of going off of a stat that he gave that he faded. He faded a stat last week, and it was Patriots team total. He took Patriots team total over last week, and that hit for him. Good for him. It was one of the few bets that the boys hit last week, so that's good. But they're playing Dolphins. I'm going to take Patriots team total under 18.5. I know the Patriots pulled out a win against the Bills. Patriots are terrible. The Bills, kind of not that great either. But that's neither here nor there. My lock of the week of the century is Patriots team total under 18.5. Nathan didn't send me his Piper's player prop. Scotty didn't send me his first touchdown scorer. But Shelby was kind enough to send us his tease and thank you, which is Indianapolis +8 and Detroit -2. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. All right, well, I got to get cleaned up, head up to Columbus. The boys are going to get together up at Scotty's in Columbus. So that is what we got going for tonight. Those are our bets. I got a little NBA action in there for tonight. Scotty's team's playing today. My team's playing today in the NBA. Shelby's team's playing in the NBA. We got a full fucking slate of football. It's going to be a good day. I have a good feeling about today. A lot better than last week, which is probably a sign that I should just immediately go back to bed. So, in any case, that is our show, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Here we go. There's a little place where the sun sleeps late and pulls himself a shot of tequila. It's a little place called Pleasure Island. That's where I'd like to feel ya. It's easy to find just beyond the last wave. Dolphins and whales are up mating. Sail all day and all night and then take a hard ride. That's where I'll be awaiting. Pleasure Island, island of pleasure. No need to stop and think. Pleasure Island, a beautiful treasure. Come on down and have a drink.